The federal government has set a target to rehabilitate about 22,000 square kilometers of degraded land to improve livelihood of more than 20 million Nigerians by 2030. The Minister of Environment, Alhaji Mohammed Abdullahi, said this in Abuja at a capacity training workshop on opportunity mapping for improved decision-making and monitoring of Great Green Wall projects. The program, designed to improve international best practices for ecosystem-based disaster risk reduction, was organized by the National Agency for the Great Green Wall in collaboration with the UN Environment Programme. The minister, represented by Mr. Stanley Jonah, Director, Planning, Research and Statistics of the Ministry, said the program focused on 11 states that are most affected by desertification.
The National Great Green Wall has already engaged baseline studies and environmental impact assessment, community mobilization, sensitization and awareness campaign, afforestation and land management, promotion of alternative livelihoods, rural infrastructure and employment generation. The ongoing program includes ecological restoration and rehabilitation to enhance the livelihoods of the affected communities and strengthen their resilience to climate change. Promotion of climate-smart agricultural practices to enhance food security and climate change adaptation. Improvement of critical rural infrastructure for enhanced socio-economic development and promotion of alternative and efficient sources of rural energy to reduce deforestation and combat climate change.
The Director General of the agency, Dr. Maina-Bukar, represented by Mrs. Habiba Ibrahim, Acting Director, Planning Policy Coordinator of the agency, said the agency had restored degraded land by establishing 389.46 kilometers of shelter belt.
Please permit me to welcome you to this gathering today on behalf of my Director General who asked me to represent him. I have the honor to represent the Director General who wanted to be here, but unfortunately for other engagements couldn't be here. He asked me to represent him and to welcome you all to a very important gathering we are here today for. Some members of this team have started this journey a long time ago, and the field officers are joining in today. So you are all welcome. My Director General asked me to deliver this message, and I read. This is not impersonation, sir. I'm delighted to be here with you for the launch of the training program of the agency's staff on opportunity mapping for improved decision-making and monitoring of GGW's activities. The Great Green Wall GGW program is a Pan-African initiative adopted by the African Union in 2007 as a strategy to address land degradation and desertification in the Sahel regions of Africa. Interventions are to also boost food security, food production, support communities to adapt to climate change, variation and variability. The Nigerian component of the GGW is currently being implemented in the 11 frontline states of Adamawa, Bauchi, Borno, Gombe, Kano, Katsina, Kebbi, Jigawa, Sokoto, Yobe, and Zamfara. I believe all the field officers are here today with us. The agency has restored degraded lands by way of establishing about 389.46 kilometer shelter belts, 264.7 hectares of woodlots, and about 250.5 hectare community orchards, and also train about 500 farmers in an on-farm natural regeneration project and many more activities that have impacted on the lives and livelihoods of people in the rural communities. The agency also targets to rehabilitate degraded land by way of establishing about 13,000 kilometer shelter belts, 250,000 hectares of woodlots, and about 250,000 hectares of community orchards so as to boost agricultural production and to improve the livelihoods of about 20 million people by the year 2030.
To identify potential areas for ecosystem conservation, and/or restoration in order to reduce exposure for the highest number of people.
The senior advisor, Disaster Risk Reduction, United Nations Environment Programme country representative, said the UN program would continue to work with the agency to provide technical assistance on opportunity mapping and other activities. Also, Dr. Oluseyi Fabiyi from Food and Agriculture Organization FAO said the organization had contributed a lot in expanding African Great Green Wall projects.
FAO contribution to expanding African Great Green Wall, biophysical data collection and management. This is an initiative of the FAO to collect data, both the field data and also the GIS and remote sensing data collection and data analysis and management. The publication of all the data we have collected so far will be published in mid-June this year, and you can have access to them.